guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace, Case Path. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel and get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's get the bunny boy. Alright. It's a curse. I've been called girly a few times because of it. People must be thinking of a very butch girl, if that's the case. I'm talking about my face, not the rest of me. I know that. I'm merely teasing. It's true that your face is quite delicate, but I like it. You're very pretty. Jeez, don't say things like that out of nowhere. It's embarrassing. I'm not apologizing for speaking the truth, but I'll keep that in mind. Maybe. Possibly. Not likely. Just say no like a normal person. Sheesh. Normal? What about me and my life is normal? You know what? That's a fair point. Yeah. KSK is as abnormal as can be. It's still weird to think about how I not only know, but I'm actually dating an uber rich person. I'm not the one that's rich, and I won't be keeping my status for long if I have any say in the matter. I already wish to leave the family, but even before the most recent events. Yeah, sorry for bringing that up. It's alright. You're not the one I'm angry at, and ignoring my problems will do me no good. I'll just count my blessings. I'll just count my blessings that they've stayed quiet these past few days. At least I got to enjoy spending time with you. Maybe they know that if they pressure you too much, you'll end up running away even if you don't have the financial means to support yourself. It is something I've considered. Wait, really? Yes. I've tried asking Alex for an assessment on how I'd handle living alone and working part-time while studying. What did he say? He laughed. Ouch, that sounds a bit harsh. Let's be honest, I barely know how to behave when walking into a store by myself. How would I deal with being forced to work? I don't even know how to handle money properly. That's also true. You have absolutely no sense of value when it comes to money. I can imagine him going to one of his usual stores and blowing his entire month's wage in a single sitting. That's downright scary to think about. Still, I'd like to think that I'm getting better. Actually, maybe you could teach me how to do household chores while I'm staying with you. You want me to teach you how to do chores? Of course. What's the harm in that? Surely it couldn't be that hard. You couldn't figure out how to work the washing machine 2 nights ago. I'm not exactly hopeful. Still, that'd be pretty mean to say out loud. KSK's my boyfriend, so the least I can do is show him the ropes. It's not like I knew how to do everything on my own when I was younger either. In fact, I basically went through a trial by fire once Dad died and Mom started working full-time again. Sure, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot, after I sleep though. Of course. I imagined you'd pass out right away once we arrived. I probably will, yeah. Sorry to leave you alone in the house. That's quite alright. I'll do my homework, study a little, and otherwise entertain myself with my phone. You can use my computer, too. I told you it doesn't have a password. Right, of course. So long as I have permission. Of course you do. It's not like you need to get my permission each and every time you want to use it. A few minutes later. After a little while longer of walking whilst chatting about nothing in particular, we finally get to my house. I'm almost desperate when I climb the stairs, wanting to get to my room as soon as possible. The moment I lay eyes on my bed, my greatest desire is to throw myself on top of it and pass out. Which is exactly what I do. You might want to at least get changed before you go to sleep. You shouldn't wear your uniform for too long. So soft. Are you even listening? I am. It's just, the bed has such a strong gravitational pull. When did the bed turn into a planet? My small, fluffy planet. Your brain's turned to mush, huh? While I'm lying on my side in bed, I leisurely watch Keisuke neatly putting his bags away, opening one of them to grab a change of clothes. If when he begins to get changed, I don't look away. Maybe I'm too tired to get embarrassed. Maybe I've just gotten used to it. Someone's watching me pretty intently. I didn't know I was supposed to look away. You are getting changed in my room, after all. I think I can look if I want to. Heh, I'm not complaining. Feel free to look if you so desire. You look pretty good. This coming from the guy whose brain overheated from seeing me shirtless just a week ago. Yeah, well, I guess I'm growing up. I suppose that's one way to put it. Now come on, get up and out of that bed. At least get changed before you sleep. You're going to wrinkle your uniform. Second yell, water time. Oh, it's so comfortable here. Seriously, Yuichi, it won't take you 5 minutes. Just take your uniform off, get changed, and put the folded clothes away. You're not folding your clothes. Oh, right. What's with that shock? I'm too used to having them folded for me. I was going to leave them as they were and forget it. Yep, I have no hopes for you when it comes to learning to do chores after all. Okay, fine, you don't need to nag so much. I get up from the bed, undressing myself as quickly as I can while, from the corner of my eye, watching Keisuke fold up his tennis clothes, followed by pulling his uniform out of his bag and folding it up as well. There. Much better. Great. Now you just need to Nope. Bed flop. Are you a child? But it's so soft. Fine. Sleep in your undies. I'm not going to complain about the eye candy. Great, because I'm not getting up again. Sleep well, Yuichi. Keisuke walks up to my bed, grabbing the clothes I haphazardly throw on the floor and beginning to fold them as well. The last thing I remember before falling asleep is the sight of him putting them away in my closet and grabbing his own change of clothes. June 22nd, Thursday. As morning comes around, my alarm rings, waking me out of what felt like an enjoyable dream. Though I can't say for sure since I forget it almost as soon as I wake up. One thing is for sure, though, I feel much more rested than usual. It's a bit insane. Sitting up, I look around. First at the empty spot next to me on the bed, and then at the hare sitting by the desk just a few feet away from me. Morning! Oh, I didn't notice you waking up. Good morning. I don't know why, but I seem to have gotten used to seeing Keisuke like this a lot quicker than I expected. It was a bit embarrassing at first, but now I feel like there's something peaceful about waking up and seeing him sitting there first thing in the morning. The lack of clothes is still just a tad embarrassing, but I can't lie and say that the view isn't nice. You know, I could get used to this. Having you there first thing in the morning. It's nice. Ah, that's what you meant. Yes, I have to agree. This morning routine is quite pleasant. Did I ever mention that you look quite handsome when you're sleeping? How about we don't try to fry my brain first thing in the morning? Okay, I won't say things like that. Are you working on song lyrics again? Yes. Struggling with them, more like. Uh-oh. The mood seems to have sunk surprisingly fast when I mentioned that. Did I just step on a landmine without noticing? Is something the matter? Anything I could help with? No, not really. I just promised I'd have a rough draft ready to present today, but nothing I try feels right. Oh, so you're going to be swinging by the band room today? Yes, I've postponed it long enough, sadly. Besides, Ichigo-san asked me to show up today outright. Said she had something that required my opinion. Sounds important. Keisuke nods. As our conversation naturally ebbs for a moment, I get up from my bed, stretching a little to get rid of the muscle stiffness that comes with sleeping for way too long. I've been in bed for over 12 hours. My entire body feels like a wooden board at this point. Keisuke watches me from the corner of his eye, placing the cap of his pen on his mouth and leaning back in his chair. Something up? No, nothing at all. I just enjoy the view. Keep it in your pants, mister. I am. Surely there's nothing wrong in just watching. I guess not. It's just a little embarrassing, though. I can't help myself when it's right there in front of me. All right, you flatterer. You can look all you want, but no touching. Yes, sir. I finish a basic stretch routine, twisting my torso a few times, stretching my arms behind my back, my elbows behind my neck, and a few other basic exercises. Just for the sake of being a little flirty, I make sure to turn around before leaning forward and grabbing my ankles, giving Keisuke ample view of, well, you know. Huh. Now you're teasing me on purpose. Who? Me? Not at all. I can't lie, it's nice to have this kind of power. Well, seems like the temperature's going up around here. That's so. Man, I really just might be getting used to this. It's pretty fun. Why don't we go downstairs? I'll start filling up the bathtub so I can bathe before bed, then I'll go make breakfast in the meantime. Why don't you go first? I want to finish this first before I lose my inspiration. Inspiration? I thought you said you were struggling to write it. Second, y'all. Alright, water time. I don't even need to be told what's going on. But the smell that's starting to grow stronger in here as well as the way he's leaning forward already make it pretty obvious. And it's a little embarrassing, but I guess I'm a lot better at this sort of thing when I'm not the one getting teased. Okay then, just make sure to clean up after you're done. What? I would never! It's okay, no need to feel ashamed. Stop! Maybe I should ease up now before his head explodes from embarrassment. Oh man, I didn't know I'd like teasing him so much. Gives me ideas. Feel free to come down whenever you want. Aren't you going to get changed before going downstairs? Why? I'm going to take a bath right after. What's the point in putting on clothes just so I can take them off 5 minutes later? I'd just be making extra laundry. That's a point. Oh, and speaking of extra laundry, be careful you don't stain your undies too bad. Those are a pain to get out. Shut up! Too easy. I quickly head to the bathroom, opening the faucet to the tub and leaving it open just enough that I don't risk overfilling before I get back there. Going into the kitchen, I immediately spot Aki sat by the counter and going over a notebook of some sort. Morning. Are you doing homework the morning of? That's unusual for you. Of course I'm not. I'm just reviewing my geography notebook one last time. Our teacher told us to prepare for a pop quiz today. Huh. Those weren't a thing when I studied there. It's a substitute teacher. Our usual geography teacher is out on maternity leave. Oh, that's really nice for her. Mm-hmm. We're already talking about what we should do to welcome her when she comes back. Jumping the gun a bit there, bud. Maternity leave lasts for 2 months at a time, at a minimum. I know that. We just don't want to leave everything to the last minute. Most of the kids in class are bad at budgeting. If we don't prepare something as soon as possible, no one will have money when the time comes. Well, yeah, they're kids. Who expects a 12-year-old to know how to make a budget? Seriously, act your age more. Sheesh. Also, I don't want to be a prude or anything, but couldn't you put some more clothes on? Give me a break. I just decided to make breakfast a little earlier than usual, so I haven't taken my bath yet. Just stay in your room until the tub is filled like you usually do. What? What? Does my body make you that uncomfortable? It doesn't make me uncomfortable at all. It just pisses me off to see how tall and muscular you are when I'm one of the shortest boys in my class. That's what this is about? That's pretty beyond belief, you know. Easy for you to say, you're huge. I'm nowhere close to being huge. Don't be a drama queen. Seriously, once in a while is fine. Don't get on my case each and every time, especially if it's for such a dumb reason. I thought I was making you uncomfortable. Don't be ridiculous. So as long as you're not walking around completely naked, I have no reason to be uncomfortable. I just don't like to be reminded of how small I am. Don't be in such a hurry. You haven't even gone through puberty yet. You're still going to hit your growth spurt. I sure hope so. I go around the counter, patting Aki on the back before getting back to the task at hand. Before long, the smell of grilled fish wafts pleasantly through the air. Aki sits on his corner, diligently working through whatever he's studying in geography right now. I'm very impressed, honestly. Most kids his age don't study even if they have to. I know I hated doing it, even if I did it anyway. Though I mostly did it to be a good example for Aki. We both work in silence for a few minutes before he finally talks again. By the way, Aniki, can I ask you something? Sure. What is it? Is Keisuke-san going to be around much longer? Oh, okay. I have to admit I wasn't expecting this one. Why do you ask? Do you not like that he's around this long or something? What? Of course that's not it. What are you, stupid? Hey, there's no need for that. Aki, don't call people that. If that's not it, then why do you ask? I mean, if he's staying here this long, that means he's trying to stay away from his family, right? Yeah, what about it? They're his family. Isn't it bad for him to be away this long? If he doesn't go back, how are they going to talk things out? Second, y'all. Water time. Alrighty. Oh. That's what this is about? I guess we never really told Aki all about what happened. Hell, not even I know what happened quite that way. Considering the way we were raised, I can get why Aki would have a hard time understanding it. I also thought Keisuke's problems were a lot simpler than he made them out to be when I first heard about it. I don't think it's that easy. I don't think it's that easy in Keisuke's situation. There isn't much he can do about it. But they're family. Isn't family supposed to sort things out and stick together? I'm glad you can think that way, Aki. What does that mean? It can be hard to understand it when you've had a good home life. Ours wasn't perfect. But we grew up close to each other for the most part. Not everyone is like that. Keisuke's problems aren't something he can solve on his own. Why not? Now that's personal, isn't it? You shouldn't go prying into other people's family issues. I guess I'm just worried about him. That's what matters, buddy. I'm sure Keisuke would be really happy to hear you're worried about him. That's not exactly something I can bring up with him, though. How come? Because I'm not close to him like you are. Isn't it that obvious? Heh. I guess it would be a bit awkward to try and talk about it. Awkward doesn't even begin to describe it. You shouldn't worry too much. Keisuke's pretty easy to talk to. If we're talking about tennis or games, then yeah, anything else, I don't think I know him enough for that. You don't have to be so guarded all the time. Guarded? How am I guarded? Never mind, forget I said anything. Aki cocks his head to the side, not understanding what I meant, which I'm honestly fine with. Good morning. Morning, Keisuke-san. Hey there, stranger. Took you a while to come down. I can't be sloppy when getting ready. Right. Breakfast's almost ready. Take a seat. Thank you. I'm sorry for the trouble. It's no trouble, you idiot. Just sit down. Okay. Aniki, don't call people that. Don't you use my words against me. Then follow them. You little twerp. What are you working on, Akiyoshi-kun? This? I'm just making sure I'm prepared for a pop quiz. We've got a substitute teacher that want to check how we're doing on the subject. Geography, huh? I have to admit I'm not too fond of that one. Would you like my help preparing? I could quiz you. Really? Sure. Heh. And then Aki says he doesn't feel close enough to Keisuke. Seriously, there isn't a single one of my friends that this little brat doesn't end up close to. While the two get on with their little quiz game, I quietly continue my way through making breakfast, setting the dishes and cutlery as well as washing everything. Once I was done, the three of us had a quick breakfast together before I rushed upstairs to have my well-deserved bath. An hour later. When I get downstairs, Keisuke is waiting for me alone, sitting at the couch and flipping pages on some random book. Where's Aki? Left already. Man, you really take a while in your morning bath, huh? I noticed the first night I spent here, but I wasn't sure if it was a one-time thing or something. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!